Morning, Greg.
I think you'd be good.
How are you, Greg?
I'm doing good, Matthew. How are you this morning? And Mia?
You sound it. You sound you got some energy.
Good,
Nice.
thank you.
Well, I'm trying to. It's early here, and it's still morning time. Thank you for joining us on Film Fiend. We're talking to you about Stoker, not to be confused with one of my favorite films, Stroker Ace, with the amazing Burt Reynolds in it. But when I first saw the name Stoker, I was like, I need to find out what this movie's about. And it's a dark coming-of-age story. That Mia is coming of age at 18 and her father passes away. Can you take us a little bit into that dark world for each of you?
Yeah, the film, the film is about a coming of age of a young girl. It's her sexual awakening and her going from girl to woman. And it sort of starts at the funeral of her father, and where her uncle sort of turns up out of nowhere. And
that's me, just in case you're wondering.
Yes, and then a love triangle kind of begins between us and Nicole Kidman, who plays my mother.
Yeah, it's a gothic fairy tale in some ways as well. It's sort of what director Park, our amazing director, called. It's a thing about bad blood. And what the idea of, is there a predisposition within the family bloodline to do incredibly nasty acts? And so where does evil come from? So it's sort of not one genre nor the other, but it does touch on horror, and it's also quite funny at points as well. So, but it's not for kids.
When I saw the first trailer for it, just like the imagery, it was just the way it was shot and things, it looks amazing. But then there was a part that really just kind of freaked me out. All of a sudden, there was a spider right there on my screen. Is it filled with spiders, or am I safe to be able to go and just maybe have a couple of spiders?
You don't, if you're arachnophobic, you don't have to worry about it too much. It's a tiny spider in a couple of scenes, but
fairly early on.
It finds a home, though, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
It does find a home. But yeah, that's that done.
Yes, no stress.
This is the director's first English-speaking film. Now, what I've read, which we can take it with a grain of salt, it may have not been that way, but that he speaks English, but on the set he had an interpreter. Was there any type of as an actor, did that create any kind of just a barrier for you, or was it just something that drove you to find the character even more in yourself?
It was quite easy, really. I mean, after a couple of days, he understands more than he can speak, but just for ease of comfort on set and for speed, he had a fantastic translator called Wonjo Jung, who was able to, I'm always amazed at translators' ability to listen and speak almost at the same time. And then between setups, we would have longer conversations, but you just kind of work out your own shorthand and, gesticulate wildly, kind of. But it was easy.
Yeah, it was good. It wasn't something we thought about too much after a couple of days.
And also, listening to Korean I find really peaceful.
Yeah, it's really
zen.
nice.
Now, we have a question that we like to ask everyone here, so there's not a right or wrong answer, and so I would like to have both of your answers for it. What it is if there's a movie that you see on, and when you've got time in between things that you're doing, you just come by and it's on the TV, or you see it in the channel, or whatever it is there a movie for either of you that you could just watch over and over? For some people, it's a guilty pleasure. For some people, they just love the film.
Anything I've been in. No, Jaws and Shawshank. For some reason, you come across those two, no matter where they are, I will always watch them to the end.
Empire Records. Go with that
really?
One. I love that
Get
one. It's the comfort movie.
I haven't thought about that for such a long time.
Good?
It is a good film.
It's so fun.
Is that Freddie Prinze Jr., isn't it?
No.
Okay, different one.
I'll think of it in a minute.
Okay, we'll have
Liv
a chat
Tyler
about that.
and
That's it, that's something, yeah. They're both beautiful. I have a wife.
Matthew, Mia, we thank you so much for joining us on Film Fiend this morning. We encourage everyone to go out March 15th here in St. Louis and experience Stoker.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.